But we must keep the style conversational, short sentences, rhetorical questions. We need 1400 to 1600 words. Let's aim for around 1500 words. We'll produce a script of about 1500 words. That is quite long. Usually a YouTube script is maybe 10 minutes at 150 WPM equals 1500 words. That's okay. We'll need to count words. Let's produce roughly 1500 words. We'll keep each sentence short, but we need enough words. We need to guarantee each sentence less than or equal to 20 words. That may be tedious but doable. Let's try to produce maybe 90 sentences of average 16 to 17 words equals about 1500 words. Actually 90 times 16 is equal to 1440. 100 times 15 is equal to 1500. So around 100 sentences. We must ensure each sentence less than or equal to 20 words. We'll try to keep them around 12 to 15 words. We'll embed rhetorical questions. We'll need to keep the flow. We must start with most people don't know this, but an immediate surprising fact. We'll then go into details. We must ensure it's only the spoken words. So we just output the script lines as spoken text. We can separate sentences with periods. Or maybe new lines for readability, but it's just spoken words. We'll just produce continuous paragraphs. We must watch out for word count. Let's draft and count. We need to produce 1400 to 1600 words. Let's aim for 1500 words. We must keep each sentence less than or equal to 20 words. That is doable. We need rhetorical questions. We must maintain conversational tone. Let's start constructing the script. We can do a manual count. Let's produce script and then count words. We'll need to count each word. Let's do a systematic approach, write each sentence, count words. We'll maintain a list of sentences with word count. Because 1500 words in many sentences, manual counting is heavy, but we can approximate. But the requirement is to produce script with 1400 to 1600 words. It might not be strictly validated, but we should aim close. We'll produce something like 1500 words. Let's do approximate count by summing words per sentence. We'll produce maybe 110 sentences each, about 14 words equals 1540 words. Let's outline topics. 1. Opening line plus surprising fact. 2. Explanation of FDCPA. 3. Right to stop calls at work. 4. How to tell them. 5. Written request. 6. Cease and desist letter. 7. What if they ignore. 8. Document calls. 9. Record calls, state law. 10. Request validation of debt. 11. Right to sue for violations. 12. Potential damages. 13. Practical steps. 14. Tips for protecting yourself. 15. Encourage action. 16. Call to action, subscribe, like. We need rhetorical questions throughout. Now create sentences. We'll create each sentence with less than or equal to 20 words. We must count words. We'll produce the script as a single block of text. Let's start writing sentences and count. We'll track each sentence's word count. We'll define a function to count words, count tokens separated by spaces. We'll need to ensure each less than or equal to 20. We'll write each sentence and count manually. We'll number them for tracking, but final output won't have numbers. We'll produce sentences one by one. Let's start. Sentence 1. Most people don't know this, but debt collectors must stop calling you at work instantly. Count words. Most. 1. People 2. Don't 3 know for this. 5 but 6 debt 7 collectors 8 must 9 stop 10 calling 11 you 12 at 13 work 14 instantly 15. Equals 15 words. Good less than or equal to 20. Sentence 2. That rule comes from the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Count. That 1 rule 2 comes 3 from 4 the 5 Fair 6 debt 7 collection 8 practices 9 Act 10. Equals 10 words. Sentence 3. Did you know you can tell them verbally or in writing? Count. Did 1 you 2 know 3 you 4 can 5 tell 6 them 7 verbally 8 or 9 and 10 writing 11? Equals 11 words. Sentence 4. Once you say stop, they legally cannot call your workplace again. Count, once 1 you 2 say 3 stop for they 5 legally 6 cannot 7 call 8 your 9 workplace 10 again 11. Equals 11 words. Sentence 5, why would they ignore a clear request? Count, why 1 would 2 they 3 ignore 4 a 5 clear 6 request 7. Equals 7 words. Sentence 6, if they keep calling, they violate federal law. Count, if 1 they 2 keep 3 calling for they 5 violate 6 federal 7 law 8. Equals 8 words. Sentence 7, you have the right to document every call. Count, you 1 have 2 the 3 write 4 to 5 document 6 every 7 call 8. Equals 8 words. Sentence 8, write down the date, time, and caller name. Count, write 1 down 2 the 3 date, 4 time, 5 and 6 caller 7 name 8. Equals 8 words. Sentence 9, keep a log in a notebook or phone. Count, keep 1A2 log 3 and 4A5 notebook 6 or 7 phone 8. Equals 8 words. Sentence 10, can you record the conversation? Count, can 1 you 2 record 3 the 4 conversation 5? Equals 5 words. Sentence 11, in many states you may record without telling them. Count, in 1 many 2 states 3 you 4 may 5th record 6 without 7 telling 8 them 9. Equals 9 words. Sentence 12, check your local law before hitting record. Count, check 1 your 2 local 3 law 4 before 5 hitting 6 record 7. Equals 7 words. Sentence 13, a written cease and desist letter carries extra weight. Count, a 1 written 2 cease 3 and 4 desist 5 letter 6 carries 7 extra 8 weight 9. Equals 9 words. Sentence 14, send it certified mail with return receipt requested. Count, send 1 at 2 certified 3 mail 4 with 5 return 6 receipt 7 requested 8. Equals 8 words. Sentence 15, that proof shows you told them to stop. Count, that 1 proof 2 shows 3 you 4 told 5 them 6 to 7 stop 8. Equals 8 words. Sentence 16, what happens if they ignore the letter? Count, what 1 happens 2 if 3 they 4 ignore 5 the 6 letter 7? Equals 7 words. Sentence 17, you can sue for up to $1,000 per violation. Count, you 1 can 2 sue 3 for 4 up 5 to 6 $7,089 per 10 violation 11. Equals 11 words. Sentence 18, statutory damages add up fast. Count, statutory 1 damages 2 add 3 up 4 fast 5. Equals 5 words. Sentence 19, attorney fees may also be awarded. Count, attorney 1 fees 2 may 3rd also 4 be 5 awarded 6. Equals 6 words. Sentence 20, have you ever considered legal action? Count, have 1 you 2 ever 3 considered 4 legal 5 action 6? Equals 6 words. Sentence 21, you can also demand debt validation in writing. Count, you 1 can 2 also 3 demand 4 debt 5 validation 6 and 7 writing 8. Equals 8 words. Sentence 22, they must provide proof within 30 days. Count, they 1 must 2 provide 3 proof 4 within 36 days 7. Equals 7 words. Sentence 23, if they cannot, they must stop collection. Count, if 1 they 2 cannot 3 they 4 must 5 stop 6 collection 7. Equals 7 words. Sentence 24, do you know what validation looks like? Count, do 1 you 2 know 3 what 4 validation 5 looks 6 like 7? Equals 7 words. Sentence 25, it includes original creditor name and amount owed. Count, it 1 includes 2 original 3 creditor 4 name 5 and 6 amount 7 owed 8. Equals 8 words. Sentence 26, without that proof, the debt may be unenforceable. Count, without 1 the 2 proof 3 the 4 debt 5 may 6th be 7 unenforceable 8. Equals 8 words. Sentence 27, why risk paying a debt you cannot verify? Count, why 1 risk 2 paying 3 A4 debt 5 U6 cannot 7 verify 8? Equals 8 words. Sentence 28, you can also tell them to contact only your attorney. Count, you 1 can 2 also 3 tell for them 5 to 6 contact 7 only 8 your 9 attorney 10. Equals 10 words. Sentence 29, once represented, they must stop calling you directly. Count, once 1 represented 2 they 3 must 4 stop 5 calling 6 you 7 directly 8. Equals 8 words. Sentence 30, is that a relief for your peace of mind? Count, is 1 that 2 A3 relief 4 for 5 your 6 P7 of 8 mine 9? Equals 9 words. Sentence 31, keep copies of every letter you send. Count, keep 1 copies 2 of 3 every 4 letter 5 you 6 send 7. Equals 7 words. Sentence 32, store them in a folder or cloud. Count, store 1 them 2 and 3 A4 folder 5 or 6 cloud 7. Equals 7 words. Sentence 33, digital backups protect you from loss. Count, digital 1 backups 2 protect 3 U4 from 5 loss 6. Equals 6 words. Sentence 34, what if the collector threatens you? Count, what 1 if 2 the 3 collector 4 threatens 5 U6? Equals 6 words. Sentence 35, threats of arrest or violence are illegal. Count, threats 1 of 2 arrest 3 or 4 violence 5 or 6 illegal 7. Equals 7 words. Sentence 36, report them to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Count, report 1 them 2 to 3 the 4 Consumer 5 Financial 6 Protection 7 Bureau 8. Equals 8 words. Sentence 37, you can also file a complaint with your state attorney general. Count, U1 can 2 also 3 file 4A5 complaint 6 with 7 your 8 state 9 attorney 10 general 11. Equals 11 words. Sentence 38, did you know complaints trigger investigations? Count, did 1 U2 know 3 complaints 4 trigger 5 investigations 6? Equals 6 words. Sentence 39, collectors hate public scrutiny. Count, collectors 1 hate 2 public 3 scrutiny 4. Equals 4 words. Sentence 40, your voice matters in stopping abuse. Count, your 1 voice 2 matters 3 and 4 stopping 5 abuse 6. Equals 6 words. Sentence 41, let's walk through a quick action plan. Count, let S1 walk 2 through 3A4 quick 5 action 6 plan 7. Equals 7 words. Sentence 42, step 1, answer the call calmly. Count, step 1 1:2 answer 3 the 4 call 5 calmly 6. Equals 6 words. Sentence 43, step 2, say you cannot talk at work. Count, step 1 2:2 say 3 you 4 cannot 5 talk 6 at 7 work 8. Equals 8 words. Sentence 44, step 3, request written confirmation of your request. Count, step 1 3:2 request 3 written 4 confirmation 5 of 6 your 7 request 8. Equals 8 words. Sentence 45, step 4, send a certified cease and desist letter. Count, step 1 4:2 send 3A4 certified 5 C6 and 7 desist 8 letter 9. Equals 9 words. Sentence 46, step 5, keep a detailed call log. Count, step 1 5:2 keep 3A4 detailed 5 call 6 log 7. Equals 7 words. Sentence 47, step 6, request debt validation in writing. Count, step 1 6:2 request 3 debt 4 validation 5 in 6 writing 7. Equals 7 words. Sentence 48, step 7, consult an attorney if calls persist. Count, step 1 7:2 consult 3 and 4 attorney 5 if 6 calls 7 persist 8. Equals 8 words. Sentence 49, does that feel manageable? Count, does 1 the 2 feel 3 manageable 4? Equals 4 words. Sentence 50, you have the law on your side. Count, you 1 have 2 the 3 law 4 on 5 your 6 side 7. Equals 7 words. Sentence 51, use it confidently. Count, use 1 and 2 confidently 3. Equals 3 words. Sentence 52, remember, you are not powerless. Subscribe to Rights Unlocked for more legal insights that protect your rights every day.